Practical faith. It's another beautiful, blessed day. Guys, I've got a message that is going to inspire you today. What an inspiring message I've got. I've been reading, still in Exodus, and next week we're going to get to Moses. Next week we are going to focus a lot on Moses, because Exodus 1 is the lead up to Exodus 2, where Moses is born, and we see the whole story of Moses, and we're going to focus a lot on him, but I don't want to go there now. I'm thinking let's end this Thursday off with, you know what, just a message, a motivational message, one of those messages to know that when you follow the Lord and you do what is right in His eyes, He is going to bless you in abundance. And that's just a promise. We see that even in Exodus, He will bless you in abundance, and that's what He promises. You know, who can be against you if God is for you? Or let me rather say it right, if God is for you, who can be against you? Regardless of how the situation looks. Now, again, Exodus 1, we're at the end. Now, yesterday we met Shiphrah and Puah. Like I said, I hope I'm pronouncing the names right. The Pharaoh told them to kill all the Hebrew boys, throw them in the Nile, but let the girls live, because he didn't want that, he didn't want them to raise up and be able to raise up an army against them. We know that. But yet they defied the Pharaoh's orders because they feared God. Because they feared God. But I want to read here Exodus 1 from verse 19. From verse 20. So God was kind to the midwives, and the people increased and became even more numerous. And because the midwives feared God, He gave them families of their own. This is verse 20 and 21. Note, so God was kind to the midwives, and the people increased and became even more numerous. And because the midwives fear God, He gave them families of their own. You see the blessing when we are faithful to the Lord, regardless of what you face, regardless of how bad it looks, regardless of the oppression, regardless of how the forces are pushing back at you, how everyone's coming back at you, how evil is threatening you, and it feels like, this could be a life and death situation. If you're faithful to the Lord and you continue, first of all, He will protect you. That's His promise. He will never let you down. We see that with the Hebrew wives, like with the Hebrew midwives, We see that He protected them throughout, and yet the Israelites grew numerous, abundance. And then He blessed them with their own families. You see, blessing them with their own families wasn't just about having children. They probably had boys. That's why, first of all, we see their protection. We see their provision. We see His supernatural hand come upon them, that He, in a way, kind of blinded the Pharaoh's eyes, because the Pharaoh still trusted these midwives, even though they were going against His word, but they were honoring God. So guys, whatever we do it as if you're doing it for the Lord. And if you follow that principle, He's going to bless you. Just there alone, just what we read there, we see numerous, that's abundance. We see protection. We see blessings. We see how His favor comes upon them because of their obedience. And that is my message today, guys. It's just a motivational one. I'm even losing my words here. That's how excited I am at this moment. I get like that I forget to speak at times when I get too excited. Continue, and you will see what God is going to do in your life. Continue to obey Him. Continue to be faithful to Him. Continue to be doing what you should be doing, what you know the Lord has told you to do. And you will see it come through. You know what? If you read that section, there's only like 4 or 5 verses in the Bible. But this took over time for them to become numerous. This must have taken time, because, unless they were giving birth to a baby every single day, unless it was that case, then I can understand in a year or two. But this took years, if not years, that they grew numerous. Think about it. A lot of boys being saved, probably hidden away, brought up, but yet they lived in the land of Egypt, where they were actually threatened to be killed, where they should have been killed according to the Pharaoh's decree. But look how God provides for you. Look how God supernaturally protects you. And He blesses you with abundance. So my message today, guys, is just one of those. Be faithful. Be obedient. And see the hand of the Lord work in your life like you've never, ever experienced it before. Blessings, guys.